Live with an open heart, even if it hurts. Closing down in the midst of pain is a denial of a man's true nature. A superior man is free in feeling and action, even amidst great pain and hurt. If necessary, a man should live with a hurting heart rather than a closed one. He should learn to stay in the wound of pain and act with spontaneous skill and love even from that place. Imagine failing at a major prospect or project, lying to your woman and getting caught, or overhearing her joke about your shortcomings in bed. How do you react with your body, breath, and eyes? Notice if you react to a person or situation that hurts you by withdrawing, hiding, or closing in on yourself. Notice if there are times when you find it difficult to look in someone's eyes, or times your chest and solar plexus become tense and contracted. These are the signs of an unskillful reaction to hurt. Contracted and close in on yourself. You are unable to act. You are trapped in your own self-protective tension. No longer a free man. The superior man practices opening during these times of automatic closure. Open the front of your body so your chest and solar plexus are not tense. Sit or stand straight, stand up straight and full, opening the front of your body, softening your chest and belly, wide and free. Breathe down through your chest and solar plexus, deep into your belly. Look directly into the eyes of whomever you are with, feeling your own pain as well as feeling the other person. Only when the front of your body is relaxed and open, your breath full and deep, and your gaze unguarded and directly connected with another person's eyes, can your fullest intelligence manifest spontaneously in the situation. To act as a superior man, a samurai of a relationship, you must feel the entire situation with your whole body. A closed body is unable to sense subtle cues and signals, and therefore unable to act with mastery in the situation. Chapter 3. Live as if your father were dead. A man must live and love his father, and yet be free of his father's expectations and criticisms in order to be a free man. Imagine that your father has died, or remember when he did die. Are there any feelings of relief associated with his death? Now that he is dead, is any part of you happy that you need not to live up to his expectations or suffer his criticisms? How would you have lived your life differently if you had never tried to please your father? If you never tried to show your father that you were worthy? If you never felt burdened by your father's critical eye? For the next 3 days, do at least one activity a day that you have avoided or suppressed because of the influence of your father. In this way, practice being free of his subtle expectations, which may now reside within your own self-judgment. Practice being free in this way. Once each day for 3 days, even if you still feel fearful, limited, unworthy, or burdened by your father's expectations. Chapter 4. Know your real edge and don't fake it. It is honorable for a man to admit his fears, resistance, and the edge of practice. It is simply true that each man has his limit, his capacity for growth, and his destiny. But it is dishonorable for him to lie to himself or others about his real place. He shouldn't pretend he is more enlightened than he is, nor should he be stopped short of his actual edge. The more a man is playing his real edge, the more valuable he is as good company for other men. The more he can be trusted to be authentic and fully present. Where a man's edge is located is less important than whether he is actually living his edge in truth, rather than being lazy or deluded. Pick an area of your life, perhaps your intimate relationship, your career, your relationship with your children, or your spiritual practice. For instance, you are currently doing something to earn a living. Where do your fears stop you from making a larger contribution to mankind, from earning a higher income, or from earning money into a more creative and enjoyable way? If you were absolutely fearless, would you be earning a living in exactly the same way as you are now? Your edge is where you stop short, or where you compromise your fullest gift, and instead cater to your fears. Have you lost touch with the fears that are limited in shaping your income and style of livelihood? If you have deluded yourself and feel that you are not afraid, then you are lying to yourself. All men are afraid, unless they are perfectly free. If you cannot admit this, you are pretending to yourself and to others. Your friends will feel your fear, even if you do not. Thus, they will lose trust in you, knowing you are deluding yourself, lying to yourself, and are therefore likely to lie to them, consciously and unconsciously. Or perhaps you are very aware of your fears. Your fear to take risks, your fear of failing, or the fear of succeeding. Perhaps you are too comfortable with your life and you fear that lifestyle change that might accompany a change in your career, even though the new career will be closer to what you really want to do with your life. Some men fear the feeling of fear and therefore don't even approach their edge. They choose a job they know they could do well and easily and don't even approach the fullest giving of their gift. Their lives are relatively secure and comfortable, but dead. The lack of aliveness, the depth, and the inspirational energy that is a sign of a man living at his edge. If you are the kind of man, and if you are this kind of man who is hanging back, working hard perhaps, but not at your real edge, other men will not be able to trust you, that you can help them live at their edge and give their fullest gift. As an experiment, describe your edge with respect to your career out loud to yourself. Say something like, I know I could be earning more money, but I'm too lazy to put in the extra hours it would take. I know that I could give more of my true gift, but I'm afraid that I may not succeed, and then I will be a penniless failure. I spent 15 years developing my career, and I'm afraid to let go of it and start fresh, even though I know that I spend most of my time doing things I have no real interest in doing. I could be making money in more creative ways, but I spend too much time watching TV rather than being creative. Honor your edge, honor your choices. Be honest with yourself about them. Be honest with your friends about them. A fearful man who knows he is fearful is far more trustable than a fearful man who isn't afraid of his fear. And a fearful man who still leans into his fear, living at the edge and putting his gift out from there, is more trustworthy and more inspirational than a fearful man who hangs back in the comfort zone, unwilling to even experience his fear on a day-to-day level. A free man is free to acknowledge his fears without hiding them or hiding from them. Live with your lips pressed against your fears, kissing your fears, neither pulling back nor aggressively violating them. So we're going to stop right there, going into chapter 5. So it will be about always hold to your deepest realization. And this is one of my favorite books, The Way of the Superior Man by David Dida. If y'all haven't checked out this book, get this book. Really informative. Thank y'all for y'all time. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, all that. Enjoy your day. We global.